we talked about it ad nauseum, but we have to continue to do as such because it's very important. Josh Allen has been the Miami Dolphins' daddy since he got it, right? Gump, isn't that that's what everybody's saying?
Yeah, record-wise, for sure. He runs wild. He throws, so his total for throwing, I believe, tonight is 246. I think he's gone over 300 yards probably like 6 to 8 times in a row against us.
So, AJ, how do you feel about those stats, what we're learning and hearing, and how tonight fares for the Buffalo Bills in Miami?
Well, I mean, going in before even hearing you guys talk all this and show all this Josh Allen situation, like I was still leaning Bills for whatever reason. I like the win they got week 1. I like what Josh Allen's doing, everything about it. But I keep hearing about this weather. I know Conman's been checking in on this weather. Are we raining? Are we not raining? Are we lightning? What are we doing?
We checked in. There is a chance, and now look, this is Miami, and usually this doesn't happen, but there's a chance of rain, and there's a chance of some thunderstorms, but it should be over by 8 o'clock. Granted, that can change.
You're getting the Bills and 2.5 points when they've just dominated. Like, Josh Allen is 6-1 in his last 7 games. Versus these dudes, right? Tua can't beat him. He's obviously their kryptonite down there. So in the last 7 games, 68% completion rate, over 2,000 passing yards, AJ, 19 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions, 7.7 per attempt, 11.2 yards per completion. So the guy has been an absolute stud. All he does is win down there. He's not concerned about any fucking dew point. I can tell you that. You know, he played at the University of Wyoming where the elevation, when you go to that stadium, it says welcome to 7220. That's 7,220 feet elevation. Same university, same stadium that I played at.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the Cowboys. Now a mile above sea level.
5280.
Bingo. And this is 7220?
7220.
Balls fly so far there.
Chuck it.
Oh, my God. I couldn't even fathom it.
It's always windy there, too.
Yes. There's no trees.
That's because you're at the
foothills.
foothills.
The reason there's no trees because they won't stand up. So I just don't understand. Like, I'd have a really hard time, like, not taking the Bills and the points in this one, just looking at his record. Now, you look at Miami, right? Offensively, yeah.
I feel like we always hear coaches say, and I think Belichick has said it, that each year is different. Do you not agree with that, or is it just because Josh Allen, he's the same guy, the Bills still have the same quarterback, that it's not this year isn't different?
Every year is different. Every team is different. These rosters turn over at a greater clip than ever before with free agency, this and it's like college and the portal. But I do feel we've talked about like this Bills offense, like what's that saying? The sum of the parts is always greater than
the sum of the pieces, sum of the whole
right?
is the combination of sum of the parts.
Strength of the package.
And then
strength.
And then I think not to take anything away from Stephon, Diggs, but it's like addition by subtraction. AJ talked about it. Hollins, Khalil Shakir, Boise Stater, 5th rounder, right? He's a stud. He's an absolute stud. This rookie, Keon Coleman, he's going to be an absolute stud. You got Cook in the backfield. You got the 2 tight ends. So I just think he's going to be able to go through his progression, spread the ball around. He's not worried about getting the ball to one dude, and those guys, I think they play better as a unit, looking at that. Miami, we're going to look at some plays from Miami. We know how explosive they are. I mean, they are, like we used to tell, when you play guys like Tyreek and you play guys like Waddle.
It's from last year. This from last year with Tyreek Hill.
GTFB. You know what GTFB stands for, Coach?
Get the fuck
back.
Okay. How come?
Why? Well, we're going to find out. So you see the Cheetahs highlighted up top, right? Yeah. I can still work this deal. Yeah, you got
absolutely, it. You got it.
So Cheetahs, this is 2023 against Denver. I think they hung 70 on these Broncos this day. So they're playing what? They're playing a 2-high shell. They're going to end up playing, quarter, half. They're going to try to get a reroute on this guy and play halves to him. Hey, just put a safety over the top of him, get a jam on him, get a reroute on him. All right, play quarters away, hey, he's not going to go there. You take him away, right? But they've got this glance concept off the play action pass. It's waggle pass, pull a guard, motion a guy out, all the stuff that we talked about. All right. And Tua, go ahead and run it, Pat. Go ahead. Stop it right there. See what he's looking at? Yeah. So what he does is he draws the attention of 32 and Surtain, Pat Surtain, right? All over this wide receiver to the defensive left. Mind you, Tyreek's up top, right? So they get him to suck down on this. They get 2 players.
Hell yeah.
Right? And if you could just get one guy on this, now watch what happens. And we got a deep safety over the top up here, right? Uh-oh. So you tell him you got to play with a lot of depth. Well, this kid, it doesn't matter the angles you end up taking. This is... And he just outruns you to the end zone. So let's fast forward.
Jeez. Hold on. Look at how much room this guy has.
How deep was that safety? How deep was that deep safety?
We call it black line, AJ. You can't even see him. He's so deep on the tape.
Wow.
And then you'd say,
That's
hey,
tough.
he's deep enough to take a great angle. Not against this freak.
Not against this.
He is a freak.
That's true.
No, and so fast forward to last week, week 1, same setup. A lot of 21 personnel, a lot of whistles and belt, eagle motion, right? Go ahead. Watch Tua take a peek. Boom.
2 Tyreek.
Get two DBs to suck up and take care of that. So you don't get what you want to have, like on the Denver one and this picture right here. You'd love to have one guy squeeze this backside receiver where he looks, right? And then take the other one, get plenty of depth and shove. So you have a deep bracket on that guy. But they're so good at this, they get these 2 guys, to suck up on this. And I believe this one's Waddle, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, this is Waddle.
That's Waddle.
This is Waddle.
Tyreek's down below.
So he does the same thing. He looks, pumps. Remember you said, hey, look, little pump, reset. Why is he resetting?
Wow.
Because he's got this dude running away from the defense.
And the Bills are going to run cover 2 tonight. That's what it sounds like
Yes,
everybody's
they are.
thinking.
They're going to play 2 shell.
But this seems to be a cover 2 beater, especially if your guy just pays attention a little bit to the crosser.
Absolutely. And it's not like you're getting pass rush because you end up rushing 4 with this concept. And they're going from run technique converting to pass rush, which is next to impossible. You see all these guys, nobody's near the guy. Look at the pocket. So it's
Backers
really hard.
Get sucked up too, Chuck. Yeah, backers get sucked up too. So yeah,
and
you got
they
plenty of
can't-
options.
So what?
AJ, you know how hard it is to turn. They tell you, hey, turn and run and let the ball hit you in the back of the head, right?
Yeah, Tampa 2.
Yeah.
And they just
Not with Tyreek, though. You're not even going to be close to that ball.
Or Waddle.
He's got burned.
Yeah.
And then they got 4-3 and 4-2 in the backfield. They got 4-3 and 4-2.
But you're right, Chuck. They're running this out of what, 21 person? Is that what this is?
21 personnel.
Man, so you're always the threat of the run, and then all of a sudden, if you do start sitting back on this, hopefully they want to gas you with the run.
And they're out. They got Mozart out. Achane, is questionable for tonight. They got those 2 young guys we talked about. But if it's me, I mean, these are the explosive plays, right? These are the killers. You got to make these guys earn everything tonight and make them go the long hard way, and see if they don't mess it up along the way.
Jeez.
But
Then they got the run game as well, right?
And then you got the run game. So this is against the Giants last year. This is going to be Achane. All right. It's Shanahan's, stretch cut, Mike Shanahan to Kyle Shanahan. McDaniel, we know, came from that system. It's the stretch cut. Get the defense running, get the offensive line running, put a foot in the ground, and get rolling. So run this thing back, Pat, to the beginning. One thing that the motion does, especially the jet motion, it used to be with nickel and change of strength motion that you could run the nickel across because of the pace of the motion. So it'd go from strong right to strong left and vice versa. Well, with jet motion, what we ended up doing is you have to bump. So you get a big guy out of the box and you get a smaller guy in the box. And this motion here gets Simmons back in the box. They're playing with little people as it is.
Oh.
Buffalo, like we mentioned with Herbie on there, they're going to play with small people. They always match every personnel group except probably goal line, 32 personnel, whatever, with bigger people. So as soon as this thing happens, first thing that happens, they're playing these 2 tackles inside head up, so they get reached. All right, this tackle is going to take a zone step, this left tackle for Miami, take a zone step just in case Thibodeau wants to dive underneath and run a gap charge. Well, he stays outside, so he turns it up. And so right here, as soon as stop it right there. So they got the defensive front cut off. They're kicking number 5 out, Thibodeau, right? And then they got all big guys on these linebackers. There's one real linebacker, the inside guy. Simmons, we know, is a hybrid. So they got a hat on a hat. Now, imagine being deep safety right here.
McKinney.
And you could get a Mack truck through this hole, and then you got Achane, you're staring him down, and you're supposed to break down and slide and get this guy on the ground. Good fucking luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this offense.
And you're done.
And it's over. But let's go back to the motion that is so vital to everything. And everybody's trying to do the Miami Dolphins motions. Like this, they've changed the game. You know, like there's some people that come in and they change the way people do things. The Miami Dolphins jet motions, how late to the snap that they do it, has changed football. A lot of people trying to do it. A.J. Hawk, middle linebacker, takes one step. Okereke, he literally takes one false step and then he can get reached. You know, like that is, that's literally all it takes. And how could you not take that false step? This hop right here, boom, left, right, because this guy is going this way.
Center's eyeballing him already. Just all he's got to do is basically set a pick on him and just hold him up just for a quick second here.
So he's already half a hop out of leverage. And it's like just immediately, for somebody that is not involved in a play at all, it's like all of the eye candy and then the technique and the way they kind of piece it all together is why this Dolphins offense is so awesome. And Chuck Pagano says the Miami Dolphins plus 2.5, give me that. That's what you're saying, even though we just watched this entire thing.
You know what?
Waffling week 2.
No, I don't know.
Looking at Achane.
He's watching
Chuck's
him
not
go.
scared to change his mind, though. Good for Chuck. Chuck's not stuck in his views.
I think maybe before we make a decision, our final decision on that, maybe we ought to check out Josh Allen a little bit, or no, we just feel like we don't have to look at any of his highlights?
Well, I don't have any of them here in this particular iPad, but we definitely have Josh Allen highlights. If you'd like to watch some Josh Allen highlights to see how you're feeling. Now, remember, we just saw Waddle, Achane, and Tyreek Hill, and Tua.
And a little bit of the pump, in the play, reset.
The design, play action.
Yeah. Jet motions.
We need a reset so I can throw the ball further.
Yeah.
In that entire thing. Let's watch a little Josh Allen highlight, shall we, Chuck? See if you want to get back on board.
That's one thing when you put an extra guy in the box to stop the run, to stop James Cook, right? But anytime the quarterback can run, anytime they design quarterback runs, you don't have the extra defender. So 8 in the box, heavy, all that goes out the window. Here's a zone read play where he's just reading the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's sitting in a quandrum because you got a good back, so he's got to honor that. And you got this guy who's 6'5", 250 pounds, and runs 4'6".
And lowers his shoulder. And
he'll run you over, he'll run around you, or he'll jump over you to get in the end zone. So this is such a dynamic part of this offense, what this player is. Anytime you face and you try to defend an offense, it's got a mobile quarterback, he's got the arm that he has, and then the design quarterback runs.
See that on the bottom, though? It's funny that we're running this play because look at there on the bottom.
Look at Football Universe.
Achane, 3 catches, 58 yards.
We're talking about him running. What about him catching?
Whoa. Both teams down 14 at the time.
Yeah, and both teams have come back and win. Now they're on
He's
Thursday
got a bad ankle. He had a high ankle sprain coming out of the first game. Achane, he hasn't practiced. You don't practice anyway on a short week. Pat, you know that. Yep. AJ, you know that on a short week. It's hats, right? Turn around back, walk through, heel, treatment, rest, all that kind of stuff. Quick deal.
Waffling back.
This is so we can all tell what coverage is Arizona playing.
Two.
What?
Man.
We're on the 12-yard line. Cover what?
I was about to draw.
When you say man, what's it look like? Zero.
I was about to draw the arrows on this thing. Couldn't find it. It's not in the thing. I was so excited. I was so excited to start doing the eyeballs.
So you're going to get 0. They're going to bring one more than these guys can protect.
See, I saw 2 in the back there. I would have fucking immediately threw the pick.
But you tell those defenders, get your ass heavy inside. If you're going to get beat, you got to get beat outside, right? And so he hit Hollins across this. Look at this, rip this ball. And where the defense screwed up, can we learn a little bit from the defense?
You tell me.
Can we run this back?
You're blitzing 0, Chuck. You got to go. If you're coming, you got to get up there.
AJ, so the whole deal is this cap right here.
It's Buddha.
Go ahead and run it back.
Look at the play clock, too. Look at the play clock whenever he starts moving.
Oh, absolutely.
You're right. But the thing is, when you're running zeros, if your guy is in the core, that tight end, would we all say that tight end to the right, is that Knox, 88?
Yeah, that's Knox.
He's in a grave digger. He's hanging right by the tackle. So we got to assume, AJ, that he's in protection, right? Based on where he's at, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're going to bring one more, then they can block. He's got to be at the line of scrimmage, and him and this edge rusher, 54 for Arizona, they got to be talking. We're both taking off at the snap. If he blocks you, I'm gone, you cover him, and vice versa. But you can't, you're not going to get home. You watch this, he's going to end up being free, but he can't get home because he's blitzing from 6 yards off.
The play clock, too, though. I mean, it's
No, you can time that up. They're trying to disguise.
The new CBS play clock, that one that counts down, pretty cool. It's like an hourglass type thing.
Really?
I don't love what CBS does with the target landing zone because it's full color.
Yeah.
It makes it hard to see the ball.
Just need a box.
Yes.
Just need the
The
outline
other
of
networks
box.
only did the box.
So we'll see how that changes throughout the year. But okay, so let's go. Are we waffling? Are you're Buffalo all of a sudden again after seeing what a rip there, then a rip shirt from Hollins on that touchdown, cover 0. How do you feel?
I'm taking Buffalo. I've never wavered. I've never waffled.
You did
I
last
felt
year.
that way flying.
A couple times.
Last year you wavered and waffled a couple times, remember?
Yeah, and I caught a lot of shit
Miss
for
Tina,
that,
yeah.
right? So I'm not waffling. And we've done our research. I look at the record. I look at what this guy's done down there. Dew point or not, I don't care. Rain, I don't care. I'm getting the 2.5 points. I'm taking Buffalo in the points. They haven't beat them.
Okay.
AJ, it is now your turn to make a pick. And I will tell you this, Chuck. It was a very interesting turn of events for you to send in those clips of Miami Dolphins doing awesome.
Yeah.
And then go on the other.
Can I say one more thing before you keep going?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Who knows this team as well as anybody? This is a division game, right? Mm-hmm. So McDermott and these guys have played these guys a lot, right? Mm-hmm. So they understand, regardless of the new pieces, they still got enough on that defense, Bernard in the middle, that understand the scheme, the checks, the motions, this, that, and the other, and what they're trying to get done. So I'm not worried about McDermott and Babbage and those guys being fooled by anything. They're not going to come up with anything new in 3 days on a short week. The Dolphins, they run what they run. So it's not going to be, a schematic deal. They got Rousseau, all right. They got Vaughn got a damn sack. Von Miller's back.
Hell yeah, he is.
Okay.
Told me that at Texas A&M.
Shit,
Feels good, feels healthy.
You got Epinesa, you got Rousseau, you got Ed Oliver in the middle. They got enough.
Nothing on the back end.
Okay.
Nothing.
Taylor Rapp will rip your face off.
Yeah, he will.
Taron Johnson's out. No Micah Hyde. No Jordan Poyer.
Jordan's actually on the other team.
Yeah.
Trey White.
Hamlin starting.
DeMar, hey, what a story.
Awesome.
Congrats to DeMar. I saw the internet having their jokes. Whatever the case, that dude being a starter for the Buffalo Bills, he's a yinzer. What a fucking, hey, let's go, DeMar.
Unreal.
I love that. Think about the mental.
From dead to starter?
Yes, exactly. The mental part of it all, let alone the physical aspect of getting back into the shape that you were in before your body stopped actually stopped for a while, and then being able to still be NFL caliber and then starting again. Come on, especially with everything that was being said last year as he was trying to get back into this. It's like that's a pretty sweet situation. Now tonight, and against any Dolphins team, any opponent, do you want to be playing safety for them? I don't know. I don't know if that's the spot you want to be. AJ, how do you feel about this evening? What's your official pick?
Well, yeah, heading into this, I was leaning Buffalo for sure. Chuck kind of threw me off for a bit showing all those Miami highlights. I realized how tough it might be to stop this Miami offense, but I'm sticking with my initial thoughts, my instinct. I'm taking Buffalo with the minus 2.5 or plus 2.5. Sorry,
Yeah,
plus 2.5.
Yeah, if you want a minus 2.5, then we can certainly do that.
You gave me plus 2.5.
Okay, you can get plus 2.5.
I would have taken him at minus 2.5 most likely as well.
There's no arrests before any of the game tonight. There's no distractions for this Miami team.
And hey, think about it too, Pat. Highly motivated. Buffalo, great flight home, little miniature bye weekend as well.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about the life that you could live if you win on a Thursday night on the road. You get that time to fly back with the boys whenever it's like, okay, let's have a good one. Who knows? Might have a family weekend coming up. Might travel to U.S. Open. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. You might do any of that. But you got the whole team here on this trip back to Buffalo. And Miami's way down there.
It's a far flight.
It is way down there. People forget it is a long trip down to Miami. Dew point's high this early. Fresh out of summer might feel good to actually get down there in that dew point, even though later in the season it's quite a vastly different situation. Gumpy, you like the Dolphins a lot, huh?
Love the Dolphins tonight. Just feels like the last time Josh Allen came to Miami this early in the season, they ran out of gas. It was the exact same time.
It's a different Josh Allen, though. This is a different Josh Allen. This is like Oh, buddy.
It's so tough too, because like Gumpy's biggest worry is the not having Wilkins, and like this Bills team, as we've talked about, isn't the same Bills team. Like they're
not scared to use a little ram power.
They run the ball.
They'll do a little ram and let James cook. Back in Miami.
Yeah, but those stats, the tail of the tape that we showed with Tua and Josh Allen, those are also skewed because we're talking about new teams. Like Gumpy said, this is not the secondary that Tua's gone up against.
Josh Allen also cooked Brian Flores every time they played. Every time.
Also, another angle, Josh Allen and Jalen Ramsey, as we know from Jalen Ramsey's time with the Rams, they have beef. Josh Allen hates Jalen.
Yeah, Jalen has said.
He attacked him, smoked him over the top.
Yeah. So give me the Bills. Give me the Bills. All right, Bill is plus 2.5 there.